Sir Kiran Rijiju today in the morning and were inspired by his words. So welcome all distinguished leaders of the industry. Today we will be listening to a lot of leaders from across India, and we speak to all the young friends in the room, both here and outside. The Youth Conclave, under the banner of India at 2047. Really, this is the responsibility of a generation. In just 21 years, India will turn 100. So therefore, India at 2047 is not just a milestone. It is really a test of whether the largest youth population in the world can convert opportunity into outcomes. When India became independent in 1947, our literacy rate was barely 12%. Our economy was fragile, but even then our youth were fearless. Young Indians built institutions, industries, and ideas from scratch. They laid railways, launched PSUs, wrote our constitution, and gave us faith in democracy. And institutions like ABP, born during the freedom movement, played their role by asking questions, shaping opinion, and giving voice to a young nation finding its feet. Today, India stands at a very different place. Over 65% of our population is under 35. We are the 5th largest economy in the world. We are the 3rd largest startup ecosystem with over 100 unicorns worth over $1 billion. This is not accidental. This is the outcome of youth ambition meeting opportunity. So where do the opportunities lie for the future? First, economic leadership. The next global workforce will come from India. By 2047, India will have nearly 1 billion people of working age. If skilled, this is power. If unskilled, this is pressure. Second, technology and innovation. Indian youth are already building global companies, AI platforms, fintech systems, and space technology. From startups to satellites, young Indians are no longer followers. They are first movers. Third, culture, arts, and soft power. Indian creators, influencers, filmmakers, musicians, designers, and writers are shaping how the world sees India. Culture is no longer peripheral. It is economic power. And finally, fourth, sports and national confidence. When Neeraj Chopra won Olympic gold, he didn't just win a medal. He changed belief. The message was clear. A small-town Indian can be the best in the world. However, we must understand that opportunity alone is not enough. The road to 2047 is not guaranteed. It is contested. The challenges ahead are many. To list a few, we need to create jobs at scale. There is a need to address the skill mismatch between education and industry. We need to improve and enhance female workforce participation. We need to address issues of mental health and well-being of youth, while addressing challenges on climate and sustainability. No long explanations, but these are clearly fault lines that we must fix. Today, from ABP Network and this summit, a message to the young people in this room and across the country. India at 2047 will not be built by slogans. It will be built by skills, discipline, integrity, and courage. You do not need permission to lead. You need preparation. You will inherit a nation with scale, democracy, and ambition. But you must add excellence. As Swami Vivekananda said, "Utho, jago, aur lakshya prapti tak mat ruko." Rise, wake up, and do not stop until the goal is achieved. India at 2047 is not a government project. It is a generation's responsibility. If we get youth right, India will be right. If we fail our youth, no policy will save us. However, I do believe, we all believe, that we will succeed, because the energy, confidence, and ambitions of young India today reminds me of one simple truth. The future of India is not coming. It is already here. Dhanyavad, Jai Hind.
এবিপি আনন্দ এগিয়ে থাকে এগিয়ে রাখে।